2019 Jeep JL LED indicators not working. You want to find out how to get it going? Grab a cup of coffee, stick around. Hey gang, Lou here from JSF. So, you went out, you bought yourself a new Jeep JL, but you got the halogen lights, you didn't get the LED lights like all the cool kids. So you went online and you bought a set of LED daytime running lamps, or DRLs. But they don't work, depending on the manufacturer. These particular ones are from a company called Morsun. I know that there are other brands. This is what the customer brought me. This is what I have to work with. So we got to make these work. He's been to a local Jeep shop. They're a very reputable shop. However, this is a product that they're not familiar with, or I should say a company they're not familiar with. So the customer brought it over here, asked us to take a look at it. So here's what's going on. When we have, and tell me if you've heard this joke before, when the truck is running, you get a flash from the DRLs, but your DRLs are not actually working. Okay, so you can download what's called JScan onto your smartphone with a Wi-Fi adapter, a Wi-Fi OBD2 adapter, and you can go in and change the parameters of the Jeep. We've done that. We've told it it's running LEDs. We told it that the DRLs are in the fenders. Everything for the truck is, as far as the computer, the body control module is correct. However, we still don't have proper control. So now at this point, we're going to have to do our own professional form of fuckery to get this to work. So how are we going to do that? It's actually not as hard as I thought it was going to be. So I looked at the factory wiring diagram. Unless the connector is plugged into, the connector for the light is plugged into the connector from the Jeep, you won't be able to read anything from a test light or from a power probe. It has to be grounded. So the easiest way to do that is you make your own ground. Me, I'm using a power probe. Now, the cool thing about these is that we can apply power and ground anywhere. So if you're watching this video, I'm not going to walk you through all the other stuff because you've been through everything already, and I feel for you. It took me a little while to figure this out too. So if I apply ground and I apply power, we have a white daytime running lamp right now. Okay? Now you say, Lou, that's great. What about the blinker? Okay. Well, if I come over here and apply power, we now have a sequential LED. And that's going on and off because I'm pressing the power. But Lou, what about the callback feature? Well, easy enough. If I have both the daytime running lamp and the flasher powered at the same time, we get the flasher. Okay? If I hold my finger on the power button, we have a white daytime running lamp. And then as soon as I apply the power to the blinker, Mark, hold your finger on the button. Okay, so right now we should have a white daytime running lamp. As soon as I apply power to the blinker, we should have a mess. Okay, fingers on the button. All right, what do we got?
Nothing.
That's wonderful. Now what do we got?
Nothing.
All right, now what do we got?
Nothing.
All right, so pick up from where you left off before, stupid. Okay, so you're going to say, well, Lou, if you got the daytime running lamp on, how are you going to get the blinker to come on? Well, as soon as the blinker is applied, it overcomes the white.
What? Whole lot of editing.
And this, folks, is why we're professionals. Okay.
Don't try this at home. Are we rolling?
Oh yeah, it's been rolling this whole time.
Rolling.
Oh, it's gonna be a fun edit. Okay. So We're going to run back and forth between the Gen 1 and Gen 2 here. So these are the Gen 2 on top of the fender. Apply power, I get a white light.
Let's turn this light on.
As soon as I apply the blinker driver, it'll go yellow and sequential. I take off the yellow, goes back to white, yellow, white, yellow, white, yellow. It takes a second. Okay, so we know that the callback feature is there whether or not it's hooked up to the Jeep. Now, dealing with the Gen 1 lights. I go to ground, I apply power, we have a white light. I apply power, we have a blinker. However, if I apply power to both, we have white, but we have no blinker. Okay, we did that first time, but that's it. All right, so the light can't tell the difference. We're also quick as ninjas over here. So the light can't tell the difference. Now if we start from blinker and go to daytime running lamp, it still stays yellow. Now once it goes to white and I apply the blinker again, it won't work. So, okay, you're looking. So as far as the difference between the Gen 1 and Gen 2, there's some kind of internal circuitry. So if you decide to go with Morsun, get the Gen 2. Now, what my job is to get these lights out of here, get them changed out, screw around with the wiring on here to get it to work the way I want it to, and make sure everything's good. Okay, so I'm not sure where I left off with this, but we have the Gen 2 light set up here, right? Now we did have some problems with the Gen 1, but I think I could work it out. But getting back to the whole Gen 2 setup. If I apply power to it, we have our daytime running light. Now the problem I was having was when the truck was running, there was a driver that was causing the flickering of the yellow lights. I went in and turned off the LED marker lamp setting within the body control module. Alright? Now I'm recording on my phone, so I can't show you because the app is on my phone. But if you go look for a YouTube video about the J-Scan with the Jeep, somebody on there will be able to show you exactly what I'm talking about. It's a $20 app to be able to go and control things. But what I want to show you is this, is that with the truck running, there's no more flickering of the lights. Okay? If I apply power to my daytime running lamp, you can see that comes on. When I use the blinker comes on, I turn the blinker off, and the daytime running lamp comes back on. Just to prove my theory, I went and did the same thing on the Gen 1 light. I stripped the white wire, hooked it up to my power probe. We have a driving light. We have nothing. As you can see, there's no flickering on the light. I'm working with this one. That was a setting in the body control module, as I said. You got to turn off the LED turn signal. Alright, so now, with the driving light on, when I hit the blinker, we have everything working its way it's supposed to. I turn off the blinker, and we're back to a white driving light. So, people of the world, people of the internet, that have been wondering about these Morsun lights, or Morsun lights, M-O-R-S-U-N. That's how you get them to work. Take the white wire, send it directly to a 12-volt accessory source if you want. I'm telling you, no configuration you do is going to get the DRLs to come on. I've tried everything. The headlights on this truck are wired just to 12 volts on, so that they're on as daytime running lamps. Customer wants that on these. That's it. I'm going to do my splices, wrap this thing up, and kick it out the door. I'll come. All right, so we'll come back after I get everything put back together, just to show you there's no magic tricks going on with the power probe or any of that. All right, gang. So here's where we're at. I did the wiring modifications that I said I was going to do. Everything's buttoned back up. Let me show you how these work. So we have our daytime running lamps. And that's that. So a couple little things I want to show you. At the fuse block, somebody had already put in a fuse tap to go out to the halo lights. So all I did was splice into that. So we have our 12 volts on, and that's that. Okay, now, so there's that. I got a wire going to this light. Wire wraps around the front of the truck, goes around to that light. So again, at the connector, here. I'll show you what I did. So I was testing them out on these other lights here. At the connector, that white wire, that's your control for the daytime running lamp. So you want to do it on the lamp side, apply your power. This side stays dead. Now, as far as the changes within the computer, like I said, you need to turn off the LEDs. The location is irrelevant. Just turn off the LED, because if you leave LED on, you'll get that flickering. Okay. Now, in here, this is the OBD2 connector I'm using. I'm using the iCar Pro. So basically you take off the hush panel that's here. You got two wires that come up to the body control module. All right, it's going to be up here. You can't miss them. They only go onto here one way, and then that's that. And then on the dashboard, as you can see, the only indicator that we have is for the hood being open. There's no light out indicators. So that part of it's good. All right, there you go, guys. That's how to do it. Unfortunately, that's the only way to do it that I could find. Morsun, their support system has been really bad. So we'll just get back to good old-fashioned, what does it take to make it work? Now, I don't know if you can hear in the background, but the ice cream truck is coming. I'm going to get ice cream. Until we see you next time, peace.